Yo, uh, here's the video proof of the comment that I just left. For real, Saved by the moment, man. Wait, Saved by the Bell moment, man. Mario Lopez moment, aka Preppy Slader, Sleight of Hand Slader from that '90s show. Okay, so this is what happened, and here's the video proof right here. Okay. Funny enough, I was I don't know. I'm just web surfing and I have 50 Cent's song going on, just have something in my headset, and then I see this and I was like, you know what? I do have to catch up on this. It's early Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Anyway, so I've made it this far in 46 minutes into it, and I think the first 20 minutes are just the introduction, though. And all right, so here it is. They're talking about they're talking about discipline and punishment for wearing T-shirts at school. Okay, in elementary school in fourth grade, myself, I knew someone in gym class who got severely disciplined for wearing a Kenny from South Park shirt. And I don't know what to say other than Saturday Night Live just made a joke last night in their music video. Every few weeks they make like an official music video. Now I'm going to go on and on. And the joke was the Asian American actor, I don't know what to call him, character guy on the show, he misheard what the African American, this is in New York, they're at like a bar, they don't know each other. They were all brought, there were three people brought from some their friends, and they were all, and then they got ditched. All three of them were ditched, so they're just strangers making small talk. That's kind of how it is in a YouTube comment section, Discord, old school forums going way back, random emails. Anyways, she says she's from the south part of the Bronx, and he said, "Oh, I like the south or the safe part," and she was like, "No, I said south part," and so it's sort of like Central Park plus South Central Los Angeles. I don't know, just in my opinion, just the name of South Park. And I don't know, there's a quote from the Safety Dance song, that 80s song, where he says, "Doing it from pole to pole." And in the music video, I don't know, just the general theme of it has lots of fields of grass with like 6 foot tall grass are running through it like it's a ocean or something. And old school, like medieval fair, whatever it's called, Scarborough Fair, I think is what we call it in Texas. I don't know. So here's the quote.
Find out in these schools, like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
you know, those kids, like who are gonna be the ones, like the ones that are constantly in the books,
It's early.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
The show's early.
and the ones that are like
Look, and the teachers
like
that,
me.
I meant to pause it. There needs to be a pause there. This is a real less is more moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
The show's early.
And the ones that are
BReal deliberately leaves a pause, and it's a less is more moment. It's a poetic moment right here, where he just says, "like me." He doesn't, he implies laziness. It just, there's the laziness there. He just says two words.
like
look, and the teachers
like
that,
me.
He says, "like me." And then I see this song in the recommended feed, and it's just, I don't know. A picture is not enough for that. So yeah, they're also talking about movies. I want to search what other movies, official movies, that Cypress Hill songs are in, because they are featured in the not Bugsworth, Bulworth, Warren Beatty movie. Warren Beatty was also in Bugsy Siegel movie, so blah, blah, blah. blah blah blah. I don't know. I saw they were also talking about Master P, and I was watching something on YouTube last week where it shows Snoop Dogg's album that he did for Master P's No Limit Records. I think it was because the Busy interview from Boozy's DJ Vlad interview. And so it showed a picture of Snoop in this character that they made a movie with both Big Pun and Obese Joe, aka Fat Joe, Joey from Rockaway, New York City. I don't know. I'm not from there. And I've never even encountered, the closest I've encountered is Ohio, where my dad's from originally. So my mom's from Texas, where I reside. And at the moment, and born and raised. And what else? I don't know. This was supposed to be a short video. I made one long video, and now this was supposed to be the short one. I'm just going on. This one's even longer. What were they talking about though? Movies? Anyways, in that Snoop Dogg movie with Fat Joe and Big Pun, whatever movie it was like a 50-cent movie. Like, I bought a DVD with 4 movies on it, and this was one of them. And the DVD was like $2 at like the gas station or something. And I watched it and had this guy who looked like 50 Cent wearing a disguise. Like, that's how much he looked like him. And this was from the Master P era. So even before 50 Cent was famous, this was like 99. This was like 98, 99, before he was even had this album at all. 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent, has one of the most meteoric rises that, is, I don't know. Before this album, his first album, it was this movie. Should I just search it? Should I just open up an incognito tab? If I open up an incognito tab, I have this. This was stuff from college. I really am a nerd. Like, if I go to this site, look at this. See, this is like an official. This is like when I joined eZone's podcast. We don't study the same podcast. I was like, so what college do you guys go to? Man, that was a real punchline. I don't know. I was just joking. The funniest thing Ezo said, because he was saying, like, this is a podcast for, like, people who are addicted to substances and, pounding a fifth of Kool-Aid, right? Or a handle of vodka and whiskey and all this, or tequila, right? I don't know what. Anyways, long story short, I kind of had the feeling he was implying, sort of implicitly replying to some of my comments and replies. The same thing I'm doing in the chat. I'm not really directly addressing eZone or anyone else. I'm just sort of like a madman in the comments, right? And I know I'm reading too much into this. It's just, I was kind of like, what do I say at this point? Like, am I really just like, is this really just like stoner bashing time? Okay, I have to explain. It's from Dude, Where's My Car? At the diner scene, there's the jocks with their girlfriends, and they start picking on, I can't remember their names right now. The brothers, are they brothers? I don't know. Ashtone Kosher and Sean William Scott. I don't know. I know their real names. Anyways, the jocks are like, and after that, it's stoner bashing time. You know what I mean? Like the guys from West Philadelphia and Fresh Prince music video. So, the Godfather, the wrestler, gold belt wrestler, accidentally smashed the paraphernalia. And that was such a hot got him moment that, I don't know, it's just so funny. So I have to stop making that joke. I've made it twice, and I didn't join. That was like one of the most recent comments I made, and I feel like it left a really bad atmosphere, and I try to maintain an atmosphere of respect at all times, especially in live chats, not so much in the comment sections, but in a live chat and stuff, talking with people on the video or in the chat room, and what. So I sort of got to apologize for that. I have to add in the paraphernalia aspect of it, and it's funny, and it's funny to me, and I probably should have kept that to myself. But long story short, I'm so glad that I didn't eject out of the live chat after Ezone said that. I was like, oh, am I really making like his partners on his podcast feel uncomfortable? Because I only know Ezone from his podcast. I don't know anyone else. He brought on someone named El Nino a few days ago. Anyways, so Ezone apparently did the live stand-up. I didn't know he was doing stand-up comedy. I'm just unfamiliar. My friends dragged me to like one when I was like 19, I think, and I was like in the deep throes of addiction, all types of things. I passed out on the table, like put my head down on the table in a group of like 10 people until my friend went on, who was up there, one of my close friends growing up. And that was like the one show I've ever been to, one comedy show. Except for 2 nights ago on Louis Black's channel in my recommended feed, I showed up, I opened the video. He was reading comments from his tablet. It wasn't from the live chat, but it was things that people in the audience had submitted to him beforehand. And he was sort of replying to it with his tablet in his hand. And then afterwards, after the show was over, he took us, VIP, let's kick it. Like Vanilla Ice style. He had popping bottles of champagne and everything. And wine. He has his own wine company. That was awesome. I went backstage. This was like 2 nights ago on Louis Black's official channel. I don't know if the video's still up. So real long story short, Ezone told a story about a guy on the video just after the addiction comment. I was about to dip until he started telling the story about people who brought a baby into a bar. He's like, there's this guy who hangs out in the live chat, and he's obviously like not drinking or smoking, but he just hangs out here and watches us drink and smoke. I mean, what a jerk, right? This is like we're like addicts over here, and he's just like a bully. And I kind of like, it was like whatever is the sound effect on the live chat, or on BReal TV, whatever is the sound effect, and the depressing one, like wah wah wah. Anyways, he tells this story about people who brought a baby into a bar, and then it was close to the end of the podcast, like at a point, this is like a 2-hour show. It was like over here, and I'm sitting here thinking about it, listening to the story. I start cracking up, and then I type in "Hasta la vista, baby." No, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. Whatever Ezone said, the quote that he said, someone needs to just pick that baby up and just throw it out of the bar. And so I typed in "Hasta la vista, ... or comma, baby," and that's all. Really, that's all. That was supposed to be a short video. I don't know what else. I'll just watch the rest of this later. Oh, I know. I was supposed to play a snippet of this, wasn't I?
It's hot, you ain't got no drive, you're not like me. You ain't got no work on the block, you're not like me. It's shot running the cops, you're not like me.
Wow, I just did 3 verses in reverse. So that was like out of order. Try one more.
Got no work on the block, you're not like me. It's my turn.
That's all, really. I'm just gonna end this video.